For our April 2024 patch session, join your hosts AJ Paredes and Richard Marcelo on their exclusive interview with engineer Aileen Masterson as she shares her APC journey with her case study, critical analysis on leisure and hospitality project in Dubai. She will also share with us the fruits of her APC and her life experiences in practicing her profession in Perth, Australia. All these and more on Saturday, 27th April, 3 p.m. Manila Time. See you!
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, everyone. I'm Arlene Joy Paredes, or AJ, your current National Secretary and Board of Trustee of PICQS, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you on our 15th session of Patch. PICQS APC Talks channel is here to provide overviews about chartered and certified professionals' APC journey, PICQS structured trainings, and every quantity surveyor's road to becoming QS professionals to maximize their career potential. So for those who are not so familiar with PICQS, Philippine Institute of Certified Quantity Surveyors is an all-Filipino QS organization with a global reach. So this year, PICQS has formed 10 chapters around the globe in Philippines, UK, UAE, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, North America, Singapore, and for APAC chapter, we have members residing in New Zealand, Australia, Brunei, Indonesia, and Cambodia. So to patch up the needs and raise the value of the profession, PICQS offers structured trainings from level 1 to level 3 and conducts its own APC with a level of training received by our members through structured trainings and CPDs. PICQS was recognized by the other professional bodies where mutual recognition agreements are in play. So wherever you are in the world, membership grade can be recognized by other professional bodies like RICS, AIQS, NZIQS, and CIQS, to name a few. So it is unfortunate that for tonight, our co-host, Engineer Richard Marcelo, will not be able to join us due to an unforeseen circumstance, and he extends his regrets. But with that, I will not let you wait any further as we are honored to have our featured guest for this afternoon and one of the founding members of PICQS. To aid in the development of the organization's structured training, she was one of those who have stepped up and braved becoming a chartered professional through RICS APC adaptation route in 2010. She has a background in civil engineering prior to taking quantity surveying modules at College of Estate Management or CEM in Reading, United Kingdom via distance learning. She also gained her master's degree, MSc in construction law and practice at Salford University in Manchester, UK. So she is currently working as senior quantity surveyor with Turner and Townsend in Perth, Australia. Let us all welcome to our virtual stage Engineer Aileen L. Masterson. Hi, Engineer
Hi,
Aileen.
AJ. Hello, good
Hi,
day and
welcome
good
to
evening,
Batch.
everyone. Thank you, and I'm happy to be here. Good
Yes.
evening, everyone, wherever you are in whichever part of the world, and I hope you're all good. It's a lovely temperature here in Perth because it's autumn now.
Wow. Yes. So
Right.
you were
Yes,
sharing the same temperature at the moment.
temperature.
How many degrees is it there, Aileen?
Probably around 18, 22 in
Okay.
between.
Yes. Yes, we have the same temperature as well. So it's nice to have you on like a certain we have similarities to where we are now. We are located in Oceania, and
Oceania.
right now it's like 3 p.m. there. We share the same time. You
Yes.
share the same time with Philippines. So to all our viewers and your fans out there in the Philippines, you can say hi to them, and it's really nice to have you here in Patch.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're all good.
Yes. Thank you once again for this for giving us your time and for sharing your APC journey with all of us here, members and non-members alike. So without further ado, let's not wait any further because we're all excited to see and to see your case study later on. But before that, let us check and have like our um, a few questions to ask you. So the first one is, why did you join PICQS?
Well, why did I join PIQS? My journey is a bit different from all of you because when I took my APC, there was no like PIQS yet. Maybe it's a bit of a wonder because you'll be wondering, I've already taken the interview. Why the need to still join an organization that will do the same or repeat the
Mhm,
process? Yes. So
mhm,
the first reason I joined PICQS because the feeling when you pass your interview, it's a combination of overwhelming joy and gratitude, like that it consumes you so much you just want to share it with the others who are preparing and planning for their own APC and who are going to undergo the same journey as well. And so, to manifest that gratitude, I saw PICQS as an avenue to share and pass on what I have gained in terms of learning in relation to my quantity surveying profession.
mhm. That's very great and noble. Having that motivation to be one of those who brave and then to take the steps to becoming a chartered professional, and then have the mindset of sharing it through the structured trainings of PICQS. We've heard that as founding members, you are also one of those who have drafted and then tailored our structured trainings from P3T, which is level one, until now we already have PMLA, we have GAMP,
Hmm.
PAP2, and PMLA.
Yes.
Mhm. So, do you still
But I did
remember?
not do it alone. I was with a team of other founding members and officers, the
Mhm.
chairman as well.
Of course, yes, with
Yes.
chairman. So it was a lengthy and a number of. I believe that the process was tedious because you have to take these within the standards of the profession with the guidance from the RICS modules as well, and your own experiences that will guide us on reaching these competencies required to pass the
Yes,
APC.
yes, just for your information, the route I have taken was adaptation route. It requires 10 years of experience plus additional course to comply with the requirements.
Wow.
That's
And
why I
then
also have enrolled myself on that CEM 1 year course.
mm-hmm. Yes, so it's a number of trainings, and then with the structured training of PICQS, we tailored fit it especially for our kababayans in the Philippines, so that
Correct.
they can avail, the training that we have, similar to what you have experienced as an OFW in these prestigious universities.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so in those founding days, what do you think were the struggles that you have? I mean, when you joined as a founding member, there was no structured trainings yet available for you to partake in.
It was actually a tough journey because compared to the current situations where everything has been laid down already for you guys to use, we as PICQS, we started like a party catered by potluck. Not of food though, but pooling of ideas, learnings, experiences, time, efforts, and resilience to the challenges of starting from scratch.
Mhm,
So we really never had it easy when we first started. There was actually a mountain of challenges, and to name one, you have to bear in mind that during the time that PICQS was founded, we never had any office in Dubai, and in the light of promoting the organizations, venues for like interviewing members were done along the corridors and food court in Bergerman Center, Dubai. So what it's to you wouldn't expect it has started that way. Yeah,
Mhm.
but we used to start our interviews inside the mall when businesses were still closed. So we made use of their chairs and tables and move on to the corridor seats once business establishments opened. So our meetings they were also held in the residences of our members as well. Um, Another challenge was when PICQS was being founded, it was simultaneously founded in different chapters, like the Philippines as the head office. We've got Dubai, Singapore, and Qatar. And for an organization to start at the same time in different places, it requires a lot of coordination to make sure everyone was on the same terms and page. Yeah.
Yes. So I can imagine and I can picture it the way you have described it, like sitting on the corridors and then or
Exactly.
taking
Yes.
chances inside the malls while they're still
Yes.
closed, just to have like a proper table and chair or a group of chairs to accommodate most of you who are taking the APC all at the same time.
Yeah, and our go-to place was that coffee bean and tea leaf. I could imagine the number of the liters of tea you drank just to sustain the interview process.
Wow. Okay, so before you sit in your APC in 2010, how long did you prepare for, or how
Well,
long was this exchange amongst the members?
Um, since the path I have chosen was adaptation route one, and so 9 years of your experience, I used that as a basis, and then I added another one as a year when I enrolled in College of Estate Management, and
Mhm.
then the the preparation or the review I just did it alone because there were no organizations yet, so it was basically me.
Uh, and you and your the experience that you've had all those years, no, 9 years, and
Yeah.
then with
Yes.
so not to mention that you have spent you were in Dubai since 2004
Or correct.
until 2016 before you
Yes.
moved to
Yes.
Perth. And then whilst you were doing your APC in your head, you're already preparing. This is something to be shared with the rest of those um, candidates of APC or the Filipinos who would like to partake or to do APC.
Y-
That's why you made sure that you're part of the team doing the PICQS structured trainings.
Yes, because during that time there were already some Filipinos in Dubai who were also enrolled in quantity surveying course via distance learnings, and
Uh,
them they were we know them from the Philippines as well, so we kind of formed a group. So we shared our experiences and addressed our concerns, our journeys. So that's when it all started.
wow. It seemed like it's very challenging, but at the same time, when I took the structured training in 2011, sorry, 2015,
10.
everything looks
Oh, structured.
yes. Yes, so we took in Singapore. We had the structured training in 2015. I joined the structured training in
Hmm.
2015, and the competencies that were being shared in the P3T were all. It seemed like they were all well planned and well thought of. And we have been developing. PSQS has been developing these modules throughout the years.
Yes.
Mhm.
I actually commend those who were involved in developing the programs that we have for PICQS because they
Mhm.
really devoted a lot of their times.
Wow.
Considering Dubai during that time, construction was really at its peak. So
Mhm.
that busyness resonated in our schedules as well. So, and
Uh-huh.
there's the only time we can contribute was during weekends when you're supposed to be relaxing,
So
you
they
know.
are Your mode of relaxation was coming
Was
up with the
yeah,
modules for the structured trainings.
in Bergman Center. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's very inspiring. This is something to note. It's like written in the history of PICQS that this is how we have started, and it's really nice to have you here in Batch, Eileen, to share it with us. We were all wondering like how it was during the earlier days or during the years when PICQS was starting, because right now actually as we speak a number of candidates are already about to sit on their examination for P3T. So just as a side note to all our P3T enrollees and candidates,
Mm.
may the force be with you to pass your examination in May. This will be in May 2 and 3, so it's only a few days away.
Good luck to everyone.
Thank you for that, Eileen. Now let's check on when you were developing this PICQS structured training. What do you have? Do you remember the story behind how GAMP or how these structured trainings? Well, you mentioned the P3T and PAP1. They were like a fruit of what you have gone through when you were doing your own APC. How about PAP2 and GAMP?
So I think it's better to discuss them as a whole because they complement each other. So the story behind the PICQS program was that they were developed to address all the issues which the APC takers prior to the founding of the PICQS were faced with, and that these trainings may become handy for those who are currently preparing and gearing for their own and the future generation of QSS in or outside the Philippines. So allow me to briefly talk about the P3T, the GAMP, and the PAP as to how they
Go ahead.
started.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so these programs, they form a complete package and that takes the candidate to the entire APC process. The P3T, which was the first structured training that's been developed, were the first of initiatives or to address the dilemma of us engineers who ended up working as quantity surveyors. And the objective was to bridge the gap in terms of skills and learnings or the principles of the profession and in the absence of a formal quantity surveying course in the Philippines. So P3T, it is actually an automatic ticket to achieve all the level 1 requirements of the core and mandatory competencies required in the APC. So for the GAMP, on the other hand, it provides you with the assistance while developing your case and summary of experiences, and it helps you identify the areas of your competencies which mentors think you still need to develop or learn further. To address the insufficiency, you will be encouraged to attend various trainings and CPDs from PICQS or other professional bodies like the RICS, AIQS, and the others. So, PAP is the ultimate simulation of the APC interview. It gives the candidate a feel of the actual process to develop their confidence and get them ready. So, these three programs are like a one stop shop to help you prepare and, most importantly, um, to pass your APC. And with that, I would like to take this opportunity to commend the founding chairman, the officers, and members who were actually involved in developing and participating in the overall program.
Yes, congratulations. I would say congratulations to all of you who have spearheaded the development of all these programs. It's tailored fit to what we really need, because the dilemma there is when you're trying to prepare for your APC, one is the time. And then most of us would need an extra push to get it done. So I think our
Correct.
structured trainings are can be considered as the extra push that we need or a candidate needs to get things done. So the GAMP is there to help you write your respective statement of experiences. It gives you an overview of or like entice you or tickle your minds of what you
Mhm.
have experienced in the past, to write them down as competencies, because most often than not, we know that we when we read the competency, and then the idea pops up comes up and say, oh, I've done this thing in one project, so then you will be able to write it down. With
Mhm.
GAMP, with the instructions that we have for GAMP, they are there to share the experience. It's like an open forum of what you can write as your experience based on these competencies. So it's really nice. And then last month we have interviewed Paul, who was leading the
Fair.
PAP2. Yes, and then
Yes.
our PAP2 is for the soft skills enhancement.
Mhm.
Since
Mhm.
most of us, Filipino is Philippines or Filipinos, we don't have English as our first language.
Mhm.
So having PAP2 would aid us, that as we sit in the APC, these soft skills are being enhanced. And also we get to have a number of mock interviews before we can finally sit in the APC. So,
That's good because you have this,
mhm,
you spend effort trying to upgrade the programs to suit the current needs. And I think one
mhm,
of the one of the issues that needs to be addressed is English being our second language and sitting on a
yes,
test that required first language which is English. It's a
yes.
bit of a challenge.
And I think stage fright as well.
Yes.
Like, no, right now, even though it's going to be the APC would mostly be like online,
Mhm.
still you would have to be mindful of how you deliver, and because it's only a 10-minute presentation, and in the case of PICS APC, it's a 5-minute presentation. So it's very
It's
it's very strict. You have to be very concise, and you have to sum everything up, your case study and your statement of experience, in those 5 and 10 minute window.
so um have you set your APC?
That's one question that I need to address. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, Eileen. I'm already on the process of writing the case study needed. But I would be happy to have you as one of my mock interviewers, if you
Gladly
will
accepted.
allow.
Just a question. Just curious, if you were to sit, would you opt for the online one or the face-to-face one?
I think right now the schedule is mostly online. One of the reasons is I where we have a number. They have a number of candidates who would like to
Mm-hmm.
sit in the APC, but there are not much number of assessors, unfortunately. So in PICS APC, we are open to receiving volunteers who would like to be
Mm-hmm.
assessors and mock interviewers or part of the POP2 and PMLA group. Yeah.
The good thing
But
now is there's already a lot of chartered QSS which who are members of the PICQS, so you've got a
yes,
pool of potential mentors and assessors.
yes, yes, it's a growing number. That's why you can see the efforts or the fruits of what you have started, and the rest of the founding members, including our chair and founder as well. Uh, the fruits of the hard work, what you were aiming, the vision and the objective of the organization. It's happening now, and it's
Mm-hmm.
continuously spreading the standards of the profession as we wanted it to. So, thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much for being one of the key persons who have strived and who has pushed this thing to be realized. And we also thank those who have been continuously partaking or taking part in the development of these structured trainings.
Welcome.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes. So now let's move to another question. So that, since we have been talking about APC, so what do you think, or how important do you think is the assessment of professional competence in the QS profession?
Well, the importance of APC in the profession is that it allows you to evaluate and assess your skills if they are aligned or updated in relation to QSing, and address the other areas which you still want to develop and learn. Another thing in the context of the Filipino QSS, who, bearing in mind we don't have the full course yet, yes. So
Yes.
those who are practicing Filipino QSS, it gives you an avenue to bridge the gap in your skills and address the dilemma of graduating as engineers and ending up working as quantity surveyors. And another thing are this referencing to the entire PICQS program, meaning P3T, GAMP, and PAP, you're provided with the complete opportunity to experience a virtual feel of the process. And lastly, should you be successful in practicing or taking your APC, you have the PICQS APC, you have the opportunity to benefit from direct entry to other professional quantity surveying organizations through the Memorandum of Understanding developed by the organization. An example is the AIQS and other institutions.
I definitely agree with you, Eileen, 100%. No, these the MOUs with other professional bodies like AIQS in Australia, NZIQS in New Zealand, here in New Zealand, CIQS in Canada, and RACS as well. These are the fruits of labor of our the board and
Mhm,
the board throughout the years or PICQS as a whole. Without these MOUs, it's like a link across these professional bodies. So wherever we are, we can practice the profession and
mhm.
whatever we have undertaken, like these structured trainings, are getting recognized. So,
Yes,
so it's like
exactly.
similar to our when we took the board exam in the Philippines as
Civil engineering.
engineers. So it's similar to that one, and the difference is that um, whatever we have gone through in the structured trainings of PICQS are being recognized globally. So wherever you are, you can have
Correct.
it recognized, and then you will also can use the post nominals. But the learning doesn't stop in structured trainings. I think you would agree with me on that. That the
Yes,
learning is a continuous and
doesn't
unending
stop.
process,
Correct.
especially in the field of quantity
Quantity
surveying.
surveying.
It encompasses a number of disciplines that we have and number of competencies as well. So
Yes.
yes, thank you for that. And so apart from having the APC, so given that we can use the post nominals of being a certified or chartered professional, this is like a statement that
Mm-hmm.
we are built or we can do the job that are being tasked for us to do. So
Yes.
it's you have mentioned that it bridges the gap but what we have studied when we have the engineering profession or the architectural background, those technical knowledge that we have also gives us an edge when we practice
Yes.
the quantity surveying
Correctly.
profession.
Yes.
So it is
Especially reading
it's like
drawings. No matter
especially
how you
reading
up the
drawings.
buildings, you can see it from, you can imagine how it looks like in any view because that's
Yeah,
part of our subject.
correct. So it's very beneficial to having those as our foundation, and then of course pacifying or bridging or filling in the quantity surveying profession as on top of it. Okay, thank you a lot. Thank you very much for sharing those. Now, let's move a little bit closer, a little bit to a specific experience that you've had when you were about to, or when you sat on your own on the APC or on the assessment of professional competence in 2010. So, what are the key things to remember when you sit for an APC interview?
Um, First thing, you should take the journey because you want it as your goal and not because as a product of peer pressure. Because when you set it as your own goal, the only pressure that will disturb you a bit while preparing for your journey is that from yourself. But when you do it out of peer pressure, then you have to deal with two sets of pressure, the one to yourself and trying to stay in the trend. And secondly, um, put your heart in it. That's what I meant by that. Second, once you have decided, set an overall assessment of where you are now in terms of competencies, and then identify the areas where you think you need to improve or you need help. I would also encourage you to join organizations such as the PICQS so you can be with others who are on the same goal as you, and it would make life easier for you because you get the support and receive guidance. So, next, practice. As you said, practice makes perfect. And it held true in my case. When I was when I was preparing for my interview, I used to record myself, a 10-minute stint of delivering my analysis, how many times. And
Uh-huh.
then, apart from that, prepare everything you need, even far from the date of your interview, because in my own experience, I have experienced something which I did not expect at the last minute.
Mhm.
Um, this was my flip chart.
Oh, okay. The story of the flip chart.
Yeah, a story of
Mhm.
my flip chart. Well, I put it until the end, and so I attempted to buy like 2 days before the APC. So I roamed everywhere in Dubai, from Dira, Karama, Burjuman, even Batuta, and there was nothing. There was no available. So I ended up improvising my own. So yeah, just prepare,
Mhm.
really prepare.
Was it made of, was your flip chart made of wood
I'll,
or, oh, you have
I
it?
think I'll show you. I have it with me. So it's actually, uh, do you know what
Oh,
this is?
it's a frame.
Yeah. Do you know the file folder that's black?
Uh-huh.
I taped it together and then bought these electric wires. Punch.
Wow.
So there goes my flip chart.
Okay, that there goes
It
your
served me
engineering.
well. I engineered flip chart. Yeah.
Yes, your engineered flip chart. So I think maybe if I can pay you a visit from Perth, or if we can have it
I'll
shipped
show
to
you
Perth.
my flip.
If in case I will be doing a face to face in with my
Yeah.
APC. Thank you, but
But
that's
it's
really nice
14
that
years old. 14
it's
years old.
14 years.
Is it?
Okay,
Yes.
but that's very good to know that it's still there. So that means it's very durable. So maybe it can be an innovative once we are going to face like face to face interviews again for APC. You can have it like an sell it for a number of things.
Maybe put it in
That's
a
a business
museum.
venture over there
Put it in a museum.
in a museum because it's now 14 years old and it's still working fine.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
thank you very much for sharing that. And then now I think this is the part where everybody's waiting for.
Waiting for.
We're looking forward to um, seeing and witnessing your own APC or your presentation with your case study, critical analysis of leisure and hospitality project in Dubai.
Okay.
Uh,
Let
so
me
whenever
know if
you're
I
ready,
can
yes,
share
you
my
can share
screen.
your screen. I think there.
Bear with me.
No worries. We
Can you
can have.
see it? Okay.
Okay. Yes. So I'm going to add it here, and then there you go. Okay. So
Okay. So, um,
the
that's the
stage is
cover sheet.
yours.
Okay. Thank you. So I did my APC in October in 2010, and this is how the cover looks like. Um, as part of it, you usually present your project overview. For this one, I reconstructed my presentation so as to keep the details of the project private because we never won the tender. So the location of the project is in UAE. The client is a private entity and the contract type is fixed lump sum price. The form of contract use was FIDIC 1999 and the project has a GFA of approximately 25,000 square meters. The target duration was 9 months. There are two major areas for that building. It's the main building and the associated infrastructure. And the scope included the main building substructure, the associated infrastructure, and the cathodic protection to the substructure elements. My role during that time, I was working for a main contractor. It's Aljaber Engineering or ALEC. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was under the tendering and estimating department. You can see my position in here. We have the department manager, we have the chief estimator, we've got some three other estimators, and this is me, POQ measure lead. And below me are like 10 quantity surveyors or more than. Most of them are Filipinos, and they're one of the best team of QSS I've ever worked with.
Wow.
So yes, my role and responsibilities, I've got them all lined up here. I'm not gonna do it in details, but it included preparation of EXCO report. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good to know that when I did my APC, I was asked about my role and responsibilities. They
Yes.
also ask about one in here was the preparation of the uh,
Executive report.
executive report. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then I also got asked about the adjudication of codes. So what I want you to remember is that when you write something like this, which the panels probably don't know, be sure you always have ready answers.
Yes. They will ask
So
you
yeah,
like in
don't write.
detail.
Yes, AJ.
Mhm. Would you like Eileen, would you like to like zoom it a bit more, the slide, or put it in presentation mode? I think
Can you see it?
yes. Yep. Okay, that's
Workable.
better.
So,
Yep.
my key issue number one is the analysis of the sufficiency of the client's BOQ in fixed lump sum tender. And then um, the method of measurement used was POMI. And then my second topic or issue was minimizing the risks inherent in pricing document by using the most or appropriate method of pricing. So I'm not going to go into details into presenting the critical analysis as I did it before, but I'll just touch up on the salient points that
Hmm.
I think you may take notes. And
Yes.
I've written some notes here. You may take notes if you want some pointers. Or the thing with my critical analysis is that it's a bit different because it's a prospective one. It wasn't a narration of events that already happened, but it was written as a future analysis of what may have been. So it
Oh.
basically highlighted a flawed pricing document that was supposedly prepared based on a particular standard method of measurement, but in fact was not. So what made it worse was that it was combined with what I considered then as a stiff provisions in the instruction to tenderers, where it tells you not to change or modify anything in the pricing document. So I created virtual scenarios just to show the possible plights, if that BOQ was used in the application of variations during post contract. So my analysis, or the application of rates generated by options which I presented, cemented the importance of the risks associated with a set of flawed documents and combined with the stiff condition of contracts. So, as I've said, I'm not here to deliver my presentation, but just to share with you my APC journey, hoping you can pick up points that you can
Mhm.
use in your own. So, in this one,
What
the
to
first key
highlight?
point,
Mhm.
yes, to highlight. So, the first key point is that if you've noticed, my topic was about simply manholes or service chambers. So, being a mentor, most case analysis were geared, of the ones I've checked, were geared to touch up on contract practice, commercial management, cost
Mhm.
planning, or other competencies. Mine was on quantification and costing of construction works. So, with the number of cases I have checked, I've never come across anyone that dealt with the same
Mhm.
quantification. I think they're trying to avoid it. I don't know why. So, did I pick my topic on purpose? No, I did not. But that time I was in bad need of a topic, and it was all I had. And this
Mhm.
challenged me too much. But then I succeeded.
Mhm.
So, the lesson here is that you don't need a big or complicated issue to write a case study. What matters is how you deliver your subject and show your ability, your skills, and competency as an overall proof. Because these skills and competency, this will be the foundation of your confidence when you deliver your
Mhm.
interview, when you undergo your interview.
Mhm. That's a
So,
very good. That's a very good takeaway,
yes,
Eileen.
yes, you need to have the skills. It helps you to build your competence. So,
Mhm.
the second key point, was my topic enough to showcase my understanding and skills of the core competencies required for the APC? Imagine manholes and then quantification. Initially, you wouldn't think it would have passed, or it's a topic that's APC, you know.
ABC worthy, but
Yeah.
because you had it in a different, you had it from a different perspective. You
Yes.
put like
Yes.
a lens that's higher than just mere quantifying manholes and then putting it in your APC as a case study, but you put the critical analysis as an overview of how you can demonstrate your competencies as a to pass your APC, which is very good and
Yes.
it's very inspiring.
Yes. For manholes.
Yes, for manholes.
So, in my analysis of the chosen options, the possible losses are minimized when you use a properly drafted or measured pricing BOQ or pricing document. So, there's
Mhm.
less chance of over deduction or underpayment, and it
Mhm.
allows easier preparation and evaluation of variations. So, it minimizes disagreements, disputes, and associated costs. And then For a contractor, profit is preserved. So my second point, let's check it against the core competencies.
Uh-huh.
So I've written down some of the core competencies required of the RICS. So initially, how do you think would a topic like a manhole fare in all these skills that they expect from you?
Mm-hmm.
Can you like right away relate a manholes to everything that's written here? So let's have a look. Was I was I able to highlight or show my skills in construction technology? Yes, because I highlighted one of the main scope of the tender, which was about the use of cathodic protection. This was a technology that's used to prevent the substructure rebars from corroding.
Mm-hmm.
So I got asked by the panels about how the system works and what it's all about, which was actually good because I gained points. I know what it's used for. So, I gained points. One correct answer. So, yes, we can tick construction technology. Next
Yes.
one. So, relating the manholes to to competency of contract practice. Imagine manholes and contracts. How do you even relate this? But yes, I discussed about the variation pricing provisions based on the uh, form of contract which form part of the tender documents and
Mm-hmm.
applied those in my virtual analysis of variations. So
Mm-hmm.
another tick.
And the other
Third one,
multiple contract.
commercial management. So when we talk about commercial management, we normally relate this competency to post contract skills. But my topic was centered on tendering, which is a pre contract competency.
Mm-hmm.
However, I was able to show the panels of my post contract experience in commercial management by way of bringing the issues through in the light of variations, which was a post contract skills.
Yes, definitely.
So another tick. We got three. Next is project financial control and reporting. So in here, because the outcome of my virtual analysis resulted to highlighting the inherent risks in tender documents and how it can impact the budget and projected profit of the companies as a whole or the project itself, well, I was able to show my skills that relates to financial control and reporting because how it will fare during if we have won this project, you could imagine how it would have fared if it's not properly or the issues have not been qualified. It will
Mm-hmm.
affect the company's own cash flow, which was actually very important during that time of economic downturn. That was 2009.
Uh-huh. Yes.
There was a downturn in Dubai in 2008, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So, so another take, we got four. How many more to go? Quantification and costing of construction works. So, I highlighted the importance of knowledge of the various standards of measurement and its use. So when you work as a quantity surveyor and you're involved in measurement like the BOQ or what, it's always a good practice to always spend your time and study about the various standards. So you
Yes.
just don't measure, it has to be in accordance of the standard measurement that's in use for a project. So I was able to highlight quantification and costing. And how many more? Procurement and tendering. Well, that was relative to my role. Absolutely, I have procurement and tendering skills because that was the area of the work when I of my work when I took the APC. And to be given the chance to lead, you must have an knowledge of the entire tendering process. So
Yes.
this, yes. So I think that's a straightforward one. So the last one, design economics and cost planning. Let me ask you, is there anything you can relate this to? it's it's a bit a shock to the mood. So this
Well,
is one.
mhm.
Sorry, AJ. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, but it's this is very interesting because but in terms of cost planning, we all know that there are different levels of cost plan in both in the pre and post contract stages. So I would say yes, definitely. But I if the interest is being heightened here, I would love to see the video of how you have presented the whole the whole APC interview now.
Now,
But yes, please go ahead.
when you talk about cost planning, it's a skill performed by consultancies, yes. And I was
Yes,
working as a
as
contractor,
a
so
contractor.
and one of the requirements when you prepare your topic it has to be like one of the recent projects you've done within the last 2 years.
Yes.
And I had been working as a contractor for like 2 years, so I was just faced with what I had. So
Mm-hmm.
this became a challenge for me because this was one competency which I could not drag my manholes into. So so I wrote my analysis without highlighting cost planning because maybe it was really difficult for me, or I really have exhausted all angles and couldn't really find any. But fate always has its ways of finding you when you needed it the most. So,
Yes.
one question that I received from the panels was, I'm going to share with you this question. Since this project was meant to be constructed in an island, which is right, I
Mm-hmm.
got asked if I were to prepare a budget for a project situated in a different location, such as an island, would there be different set of considerations in preparing a cost plan or cost estimates when compared to a project which is just situated in a standard or prime location? So I was very happy because they gave me the chance to fill in one
Expound on it.
competency, yeah, that I haven't really demonstrated yet. So what I did was I did my best to answer the question, and that paved an opportunity for me to highlight my cost planning skills.
Mm-hmm.
So competencies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the manholes. Yes, and at the end of everything, I believe the topic was really for me, was meant for me. Yeah.
it was
But
it was you gave justice to the manholes. That's
yes,
like
yes,
in a phrase. That's what how I can sum it up.
yes,
You have demonstrated that it's never no, there's no one topic that's very easy enough
exactly.
to become your competency. So any
And
topic that you pick, as long as you are versed with how the key issues were managed or were addressed, and what
yes,
was your role in participating to resolve the issues, and then it encompasses the competencies mandatory and technical, and then of course a demonstration on ethics on top of it, then I think anybody can have a a topic as whatever they can have their hands into in the project that they are having now. Because some of the downsides that I hear, or the inhibitions of a candidate that I hear, is I don't have a proper case study yet to present, or the case study that I wanted to present was already is already lapsed. It's 2 years period.
Yes,
So
yes.
I need to have a good project before I can present another case study or work on a case study that's worthy of presenting in the APC. But you have proven it wrong. It's no topic is never easy. No
Thank
topic
God. And
is
hope I inspired you. I
it's
hope I
very
inspired
inspiring
you.
because I'm also at the point where I have to reselect a topic for case study.
Oh,
Since the past that
because your two
the
years
case
has
study
expired.
that I've written was when I was still in Singapore. So yes, thank you very much, Mylene, for sharing this. We really
So I'm gonna
appreciate
stop sharing now.
it.
Okay.
Okay. We really appreciate the views that you have and highlighting your APC journey with us, and especially showing and demonstrating that manholes can be um, your avenue or your ticket
Yeah,
to
correct.
becoming a chartered professional. But it's a well thought. I would have to commend you on having this topic because it's a well thought topic of what you have highlighted in your case study. So it's not just a spur of the moment thing. I want to write my case study. It has to be grounded in these principles. It has to
Hmm.
tackle these competencies. But you have went through it and you have proven it. You have demonstrated the competencies well enough, and I was really hoping that at the time there was a live recording where I can see how you have answered the APC questions that were asked during that time. And I believe that you have aced them because you know the topic like from the back of your hand. So,
That's another pointer. You should really know and master your topic.
mhm. So it should be something that's really based on what you have experienced and not just what you thought might be something that will please the assessors when you
Hmm.
sit on your APC. Because at some point when they're doing the interview, because your presentation is just 10 minutes, but the interview would last like an hour or so. I mean, the
Hmm.
exchange of this, the question and answer to test on your competencies is another thing. And to
Yes.
prove and demonstrate that you have really gone through um, and experienced those competencies. Yeah. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Well, thank you also.
I I really have been very inspired with the topic. This
Thank
is one
you.
of the topics that Chair Julie has been very proud of. She's constantly telling us Eileen Masterson has this very good APC case study because it's a very simple, if you look into it, it's a simple topic, but she was able to move around it and demonstrate the
Mm.
competencies in one go and then passed it in one go. So thank you very much for that
Thank you.
very inspiring case study. Do you have any words of wisdom before we close this patch session? Is there something that you would like to share with our viewers, both members and non-members alike? Please go ahead.
Or just my quotable quote that came with this. So if you set a goal on anything, pursue it, to keep your focus like a horse with blinders and keep away from distractions. Do your best and give it your best shot, and the rest will be fate. That's all.
Oh,
Good luck to all who will be taking the APC this May.
thank you very
And
much,
thank you for
Eileen.
inviting me, AJ. Thank you
It's
to
always a
PICQ.
pleasure to have a patch session with our successful APC passers and our members, and it's really an honor to have you in patch, Eileen. Because you're one of the founding members, you're one of the foundations of how PICQS is formed, and it's through your efforts that we are continuously motivated and inspired to do more and share more with the members of our organization. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
So
you.
with that, thank you very much to all our viewers and to all those who are participating and are working towards their own APC. Please continue to work on and invest in yourself through experiences and also through structured training. So we wish you all the best in your own QS journey. Always remember that we are here. You can just reach out to us, the members of the organization, through our LinkedIn and Facebook page as well. So keep in touch and then all the best to your QS journey. Thank you, everyone,
Thank you,
and God bless.
everyone. Thank you. God
Thank you.
bless.
Bye.
For our April 2024 patch session, join your hosts AJ Paredes and Richard Marcelo on their exclusive interview with Engineer Aileen Masterson as she shares her APC journey with her case study, critical analysis on leisure and hospitality project in Dubai. She will also share with us the fruits of her APC and her life experiences in practicing her profession in Perth, Australia. All these and more on Saturday, 27th April, 3 p.m. Manila Time. See you!